In this video, what I want to talk about is sexualizing young girls. First, I'm going to show you two videos and then I'm going to come back and talk to you. In those two videos, you can see with both young girls, one was 11 that did the Aaliyah video, parody, should I say, and then the other one was 8 that did the Lil Kim parody. If you listen to the lyrics of those songs, those aren't songs that 11 and 8-year-olds should be singing. And I think it's so wrong that, every parent is going to parent their child the way they want to. But with DJ Envy, being in the environment he's in, and especially with the conversations that's coming up today with, Diddy messing with minors, or could have been messing with minors, and then also knowing the statistic of making young girls appear to be older than they are. In videos I did back in the past, one thing I talked about was how men will actually go on vacation to different countries so they can sleep with young girls, minors. And you would see the young girls, they would have on makeup, acting older and dressing older than they actually are, because that's part of their fantasy. What I always say is, when someone do something, you have to think about, why did they do it? That's how I think. Why did you do that? These are your children. These are your daughters. The most important thing you can do as a father is protect your daughter. So you're dressing them up that way, and you're using one thing with Lil Kim, you're playing Biggie. And if you think about it, Biggie and Lil Kim had a relationship. According to Lil Kim, they had a relationship. So why would you portray yourself the father having a relationship with the daughter? Because that's what basically she's singing about in that song. And then when you think about Aaliyah, what was one of the things where everyone always talked about with Aaliyah? How underage she was, used by R. Kelly. He married her, he groomed her and different things like that, and how everybody took advantage of her. So why would you put your minor daughter in that position and to be singing that song, one of the songs that she's singing, and you're posting it on your website, on your Instagram? DJ Envy is a grown man. So I'm assuming grown men and women are watching him, and I'm sure some kids, some minors are as well. But the majority of the people that's going to be watching him are going to be adults. So you're okay with grown men that you have no clue who they are sitting there fantasizing about your minor daughter, listening to the words that they're singing and stuff like that in these songs, in these videos, having them walk around dancing suggestive and moving their bodies in that way. You as a grown man, as an adult, is okay with other grown men fantasizing, and they may be physically doing other things while watching your daughter, because you know those type of men are out there. It's not a secret, they're out there. And some men would rather watch videos of kids instead of going out there messing with kids. They will sit back, they have this voyeur tendency. So they would be voyeurs and sit back and watch things like this. Even though you deleted the one of your youngest daughter, the 8-year-old, playing Lil' Kim, you don't think they grabbed it before you deleted it? You don't think that it's still out there in the world? You don't think that people are still looking and fantasizing at your daughters? And then if you say, well, I didn't do it for that reason, and this is why I say also to other men and women, you have to be careful about who your kids listen to and who your kids follow. Because if young girls are looking at them and they're following them, they're going to want to mimic their behavior. They're going to want to act like these young girls and think it's okay because they're seeing DJ Envy do it with his daughter. Mom, why can't I do that? I don't understand. Her dad, her mom is okay with it. Everybody, look how many hearts she got. It's no big deal. So these are the things that you have to think about. And that's why it's very important that men stand up, especially in the Black community. Stand up and be men. God put men as the head of the household. But in order for women to respect and follow the men and respect them as the head of the household, because the woman is not supposed to be running the household. Especially, if she's alone, she has no choice. But if she has a husband in the household, a father, her kids, she's not supposed to be running the household. She is there to help, to assist. But if you as a man doesn't have a vision for your family, not just for yourself, but for your family, if you don't have direction, it's going to be hard for her, because where is she following you to? Where are you going? Where are you taking the family? She's going to have a question, and then it's going to become a power struggle if you don't have answers. So if you have answers and you're doing what you're supposed to do, she will have no problem following you, because she know, okay, he's going to handle this. He's going to take care of it. He's going to make sure the family is okay. So before a man can even start a family, he needs to know, have an idea, have a thought plan. This is who I am. This is what I want to be. And this, when I do start a family, when I do have a family, this is the direction I want to take my family in. This is my idea. This is what I want to achieve, accomplish. These are the things I want to give to my kids, passed down from generation to generation. You have to have that foundation before you actually start a family. So it's very important that men actually stand up and be men, so young boys, young men can have true, real examples to look at as far as what a real man look like and what a real man does to take care of his family. If he doesn't have that, it's going to be hard for it to just come to him naturally. Not all young men can get it just naturally. They have to have some type of blueprint to follow. So when you see things like this, a man that's not protecting his daughters, but instead he's putting them on display, you got to ask yourself, is this the type of man that I want to follow? Is this the type of man I want my sons to look at and emulate, because they're going to think it's okay? This is the thing. This is very important, because people really don't understand that what's really going on behind the scenes. Everything is put out there in front of you for a reason, but really there's a lot going on behind the scene. I said this many times, that sometimes when you look at what's going on, because I always question, why is this out there? Why is this talked about? Why is this conversation going on? And like I said, when you sit there and look at it, A lot of men are voyeurs. They will sit there and fantasize just by looking at a lot of these kids that are SA. Sometimes they have them, they make them up and have them acting like adults, and they're filming them, and then they get these films and send them out on the dark web so these perverted men can just sit in the comfort of their house, comfort of their home somewhere, looking at the computers of these kids, and they're fantasizing about this. This is real. This isn't something that I'm talking about off the top of my head. This is reality. So it's careful. You have to be careful about what you put out on the internet when it comes to your kids, how you allow them to dress, how you allow them to interact, because not wholesome people are just watching your kids. Not people, children, that's around their same age group are watching your kids. There are perverts that are watching your kids. And that, that is something that he as a man should not have allowed. And that is something that his wife, understanding what it is to be a woman, understanding what it is for men to do things and how men look at women. Because sometimes men, you might be standing next to a man and he might not see this other man looking, but a woman can peep that and say, hey, I don't like the way he's looking. He's not looking, at the face, he's looking at the body. And it's some things that men don't catch that women will catch. So as a woman, she should have never put her daughters in that position to be fantasized or sexualized by perverted men.